There. Much better. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tokeys Pot Politics. It's 6 a.m. Welcome. Um, Load a bowl, smoke a bowl. Let's wake and bake. Let's talk taking our country back. That's today's message. So please sit back, enjoy, get stoned, and join in. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and comment in the boxes below. Thank you. So as many of you guys know, I come here every day. Every day I come here going live, talking about some of the things happening in the country, um, and just basically call out the BS and stand up and unite people, try to get people rallying. Go to sleep. It's like the minute I go live, everybody thinks they have to get up. You don't even have to go to school today, Mary, so go to sleep. Do one of these days. All right, a few minutes. I'm ready to start talking. I've loaded a bowl. Let's go. So, as you can tell, America has become a cesspool for people looking to destroy this country. Everywhere you turn around, more and more of America is being destroyed. More and more Americans are siding with foreign nations and undocumented individuals. We see deaths in record numbers on our streets. We see deaths in record numbers in abortion clinics. We see poverty like we've never seen. We've seen hate in all aspects of this country like we've never seen. Now it's time, hey, what's up, Emerald? It's time to do something about it. It's time to step up. Okay, this is the problem that we have in this country. We sit back, we're willing to let things go as far as they've gone. Blackout. Hold on, let me get my light back up. One second. Blam. There we go. Let through. All right. So, if you look at states like California, Washington, Oregon, and other states, you see this liberal stronghold on America. You see this idea that anti-Americanism, socialism, illegal immigration, all these things come into play in all country. There's cities of sanctuary that literally destroy American will, American desire, and American rights. We got politicians that are more likely to support illegals and so-called refugees over their own American citizens. You see, this is a problem that we have in this country. And we want to place blame. We want to say it's one side's fault and the other side's fault. Well, the truth is it's both sides' fault. The truth is, both sides have failed us. And that's the fact. The truth is, made it obviously clear when he came out and he said liars and crooks. That's the thing to remember, liars and crooks. You see, we didn't get to where we were because one side is better than the other. We got to where we were because the American people have been failed by both sides. We got to where we were because every president previously has failed us as Americans. Every administration, every so called politician has failed us. I blame the big. It did. It got way too big. Lack of term limits, career politicians, um, people more willing to pass bills to suffocate the American dream rather than allow it to grow and flourish. Politicians that ship our industries and our jobs out of the country. Those are the ones I blame. I blame the politicians that have failed to represent the American people. I'm getting people with it. Why have we allowed them to get this big? Why have we allowed the government to become so corrupt? And what are we going to do about it? What's going to happen after Trump? What happens when of office? Who's next? Is there any other Trump-like candidate that's going to carry America great again? And I see it do something. Movement could be over, but once he's out, because the old Republican Party will take over. The liberals are subverting the country. Every young mind. There's no bigger time and no bigger need than now for a new party. A party based in MAGA. A party based with President Trump. A party based on keeping America great. This party, it's called political party, are done. We're done with Republican rhinos and his merry men up, back down. Trump's, and that's why we need to keep standing strong for him. Now's not the time to turn our backs on him, to ask him to shut down. Now's the time to applaud him. Now's the time to stand up with him and to tell him that we, the people, want to shut down just as much because the government has gotten too big. It has become corrupt, and it no longer represents the hearts and the minds of the American, and that's a fact. You take one industry away, take GM out of Detroit, take Ford out of Detroit, and Detroit's unemployment rate tripled overnight. Now, allow those cars to be brought through America without repercussions, payments, or anything. Cars that used to be made in America that are now being pushed through America for free, made by another country. That was life before Trump. President Trump has made America great, and he continued than it was. But we can't allow it to stop with President Trump. We cannot allow this movement to die down at all. We have to continue growing. We have to put our footprint in American politics. We have to let both parties know that there's a new sheriff in town, and that sheriff is held by the American people. Now is the time to question how things have been. Now's the time to question how we got there. People want to put fault, blame, point fingers. The truth is, it's both parties' faults. And it's every administration that has failed to fix the problem. It's every voter that has failed to hold our politicians responsible and accountable. You see, we the people run this country because it's for the people and by the people. The only problem is neither party truly represents the people. Neither party represents the people's hearts and minds. They make laws that suffocate us. They make laws that cripple us, that break our economy, that strip away our God given rights one at a time. So the question becomes, what are we going to do about this? How do we solve this problem? Simple. We stand up, we unite, we get on every street corner, in every city, in every town, in every place in America that we can possibly be. And we let every media, every social media, every outlet know that there's a new choice. A choice that isn't lathered in race politics, gender politics, or popularity politics. It's a choice that brings real solutions to real problems. It's not bound by colors and political parties and political promises. It's truly the party of the people. It will stand up for legal immigrants while bashing and stopping illegal immigrants from coming in this nation. We will protect our borders. We will stand strong. And we will call out any politician that fails to do so. We will demand medicines that we can grow at home for little cost instead of having to deal with billion-dollar drug administrations and big pharmaceutical companies. We are tired of big government telling us what we can and can't do and then charging us for doing it. It's time the American people stood up. It's time the American people said enough is enough. You don't want this shutdown? Call up your politicians. Call up your representatives. Tell them to build the damn wall. Period. Tell them to stop illegal immigration. Allow our kids to have a better opportunity in schools that aren't overfilled with children who can't even speak English. Tell them to allow our economy to flow with American citizens allowed to go back to work because jobs aren't took. Our kids' jobs aren't took by people who don't even belong here. Stand up for the rights of unborn children. While places like New York elect to abort them the last second of a pregnancy. We cannot allow status quo. We cannot allow the Democratic Party to subvert America. We can't allow the Republican Party to buy America out, sell us out. We need a new party. We need a party of the people, a party that will always stand up for the American people, for the Constitution, for our rights. That's why we do this. That's why we're here. So when I say for what we believe in, who's willing to stand up for our rights, our nation, our boundaries, who's willing to stand up for legal immigration, you see, when it's all said and done, the Americans' First Party could quickly become one of the biggest parties in the country. We could quickly become, because we target 18 to 35-year-olds, the most likely not to vote. And we bring issues that affect them to their homes, to their faces. And we bring them to our party based on these issues. Then we go after people who have been sick and tired of politics as usual. People like you and me who have given up on the way things have been, and they're looking to build something new. I add them to it. Before you know it, we have quite a number of group members. If you go to Facebook, I'm all over Facebook. We have a chapter of Americans First in every state, and each state chapter is growing. The Americans First political party is getting bigger. It's starting to attract candidates, politicians, and opposition. People are beginning to question. My family's from Mexico, legally build the wall to stop drug trafficking and child trafficking. That's right. Hey, God bless you for coming here and your family for doing it the right way. That's what it's about, okay? Because for every person that comes here illegally, it takes away from the American dreamers, the people who, the real dreamers, the American immigrants that come here looking for a new life. The people who come here and they bend over backwards, they sign their names, they do whatever they have to do to become legal American citizens. I say welcome and God bless. Every time an illegal comes over this border, it takes away from what they have done. It takes away from what every legal resident, every legal immigrant has ever done. You see, my ancestors were shipped here as slaves, but even them signed a ledger. You see, if we don't know who's in our country, we're ripe for the taking. If we don't know what their intentions are, and if people can just walk over this country and walk into this country without remorse, without identification, and then they can infiltrate our judicial system, they can get into our politics, they can start changing rules and laws in our cities. Before you know it, they've created walls of sanctuary all over our country. And these walls of sanctuary begin harboring anti Americanism, people who literally want to rip America apart. They fill these cities of sanctuary with millions of individuals that have no allegiance whatsoever to this country. People who are either illegals, undocumented, or so called refugees. See what that said. The breakdown of American ideals is going to be our downfall. It, it will be, unless you and me and everybody else is willing to stand up and preach about what's going on. As long as there's people like me and other patriots out there willing to educate, more and more people are joining our side. That's why the attacks are increasing against us. The more you see the left attack us, Trumpers, us moggers, the more we're winning. It may not seem like it, but it's a subverted tactic. They want us disorganized. They want us demoralized. So they keep pushing this negativity upon us to make us believe that we're losing, that we start losing faith and slowing down. But you see, I'm different. I see everything they're doing right now as a sign of panic. See, the Democratic Party has no leadership. It's got a bunch of people that are grabbing for the pedestal. The Republican Party is led by MAGA right now. And everybody that's not with us is essentially became a rhino. You see, the American people, we are standing. Look at what we did to the NFL last year. Look at what we did to Starbucks stocks. Look at what we done to Pepsi stocks. You see, the American people, when you piss us off, when you give us a reason, we will stand. But we just need to be united. And that's what our forefathers want. Our forefathers knew that it was a matter of time before our fundamentals were going to be challenged, before our hearts and our minds and our bravery would be challenged. Now, it's that time. We stand strong, stand firm, relentlessly change, because we are Americans, and this is our home. We don't give it up that quick. We will not give up our rights that easy. President Trump is our president. He is our leader. He has pushed us to new heights as a nation and as a people of this country. We are standing and we are taking back our country. So I'm asking you guys to get out there to share this broadcast, keep people going, keep bringing people in. Keep inviting people to my channel. You can find me on YouTube. I'm here. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Gab. You can find me on Twitter. I'm on all of them, okay? And I've got strong numbers on all of them. The Americans First Party is growing, and it's growing quick. You can come here for the home of it. You can come talk to me anytime you want. I will push you. I will push your state. I will get you involved in what we're doing. Um, and right now, we're building numbers. We're getting people knowledgeable. We're getting people to know what are there. And we're educating people on the wrongs of this nation. We're educating people on the atrocities of the tyrannical government we became that's corrupted. And we're standing. We're telling people to know their rights and be willing to stand up for them. Never back down. This country was formed on Americans willing to stand up against all odds. And it may come down to that again, for the future of this country may depend on it. And with that note, I'm going to let you guys go today. I got to get things going, start my day. Um, get out there, get involved, keep teaching the youth, keep teaching kids, keep bringing people in, invite people to my broadcasts, invite people to the channel, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that bell for notifications for future broadcasts. And with that being said, thanks for watching. God bless and get involved. Peace. Americans